welcome to the Holly Meredith Show. As you can tell by my beaming face, I'm very happy. In fact, I'm overwhelmed with joy. If you look behind me, you will see that our precious American flag, anybody who spits on it or burns it, may they rot in hell, our precious American flag is now the right side up. Many of you who've been watching me for quite some time know that unfortunately for our lovely country, I had turned it upside down to denote distress because we are in distress. But there is a ray of hope out there, and his name is Donald J. Trump. And don't be fooled by all the idiots in our mainstream communist, progressive, only in their dreams, progressive media, because he is so far in front of everyone else that the Republican establishment, which doesn't want him to win, and our wonderful communist media, which really doesn't want him to win, are upside down in basket cases because they cannot seem to do anything to stop his forward momentum. Every day, no matter what they say, he just keeps going up and up and up. The latest faux pas, according to Chris Wallace, who is, by the way, a definite liberal, although he managed to get on Fox News by pretending that he was conservative, but he's not. And he did have a pretty good interview with Donald Trump that showed today. Pretty good interview. Donald Trump beats them all. Donald Trump handles every single one of them as though they were babies in diapers. They try with their barbs. They try with their mixed lexicons of words. They try to trick him and trap him. Everything they do doesn't work at all. Because he is intelligent. He pays attention. He is articulate. He is a Wharton graduate. He has made an enormous success of his life. He knows how to take care of his children. And he is just a genuine American patriot, the kind of thing we used to see all the time everywhere prior to 1964. So don't be fooled is what this show is about. Donald J. Trump will be our next president. And not soon enough. At the moment, at this very moment in time, we have a tyrant, not that I haven't called him that before, we have a tyrant in residence at our beautiful White House. We have a tyrant who, against our Constitution, against our generals, against our useless Congress, against all of these people, he has decided that he and he alone, which is the trademark of a tyrant, he and he alone is going to bring into our beautiful country 200,000 Syrian ragheads. I know people out there are going to wince and go, oh my God, how can she say such a thing? Hey, take a look at them. What's wrapped around their heads? Rags. So now we have what we have going on in our country, which is the infiltration of Islam into our country. We have open borders. Don't be fooled. Again, we have open borders. People come across, the Border Patrol guards have been told not to stop them. So they can't. They can't even do their jobs. And today in Texas, thank that judge, today in Texas has stopped all the birthright babies having birth certificates. What a crock. That is not in our 14th Amendment. Don't be fooled. Again, our 14th Amendment clearly says that the only people that have anything to do with the 14th Amendment are the children of slaves after slavery was abolished, so that they were automatically citizens, and the children of Native American Indians, so that they became citizens. That's it, baby. There is nothing else. Nothing about the half of Mexico that has taken its ridiculous self over our border. Nothing about all these people who fly in from all the different Arab countries and never go home. Think Saudi Arabia and all the people that bombed us at 9/11. Nothing about them. They are not entitled to our citizenship. Being an American citizen is the greatest privilege anyone on this planet can have, ever. Don't be fooled. Getting ready to go to a break. I want to continue where I left off, if you were watching it previously. Donald Trump is the only person running who even speaks about immigration the right way. In our Constitution, oh my God, a thing that most people pretend they never heard of in our government. Constitution, what is that? In our Constitution, it clearly says, if you wish to become a citizen of the United States, there are procedures to adhere to so that we know who is in the country. Do we want a country filled with undesirables? No, we don't. Are we getting a lot of undesirables dropped on us? Yes, we are. 73% of the American public does not want all of these illegals either from Mexico or from South America or from Saudi Arabia or from Baluchistan or from Syria or Iraq or Iran and on and on and on. They do not want these people here. And yet, they're coming. And they're going to be spread out all over our beautiful country in order to diversify the population, in order to make the country more Sharia compliant. Our government has a Sharia czar, in case you're not aware of that. We do, thanks to Obama. Again, back to Trump on our immigration. Trump comes right out and says the truth. He will stop the birthright babies, which Texas just did this morning. Because, by the way, which if you don't know already, states' rights are what our country is built on. States' rights, not a gigantic octopus federal government. States' rights. Another state, brilliant state, sent back all the money. Sent back all the money because they don't want Michelle Obama's ridiculous lunch program. They said, keep it. Keep it. We don't want it. Donald Trump is the only candidate running. And oh, by the way, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. He is so far ahead of everybody else, they can only see his dust. He leads in every single poll, no matter who the pollsters are, no matter what trickery they try, no matter how much the words are diluted so you don't get the full import of the messages. He is so far ahead because he speaks the truth, because he loves his country, because he actually likes Americans. I mean, what a concept. An American president who likes Americans? We don't have one now. Donald Trump will send all these interlopers out of the country. He's already said that. If he gets to be president, and I say when he becomes our president, he will deport all of these people who should never have been imported to begin with. Back to what I started on my other segment. All of you Social Security recipients out there, many of whom voted for the atrocity in our White House, it's karma. Your Medicare is going to go up by 50% for your Part B. 50% for the drugs that keep you alive. 50%. And also, you're going to be cut off again at 76 from any life-saving drugs for cancer. Because Zeke Emanuel said that's old enough. You don't need to live any longer. Except him, of course. Now, Donald J. Trump will do what's in our Constitution, will take care of Americans first, the way it should be, and anybody who doesn't believe in him needs to start listening to him. Listen to what he says, not what the media tells you he says. He's so far ahead of everybody, just so you know, there is nobody else even close, including Ben Carson, who, by the way, if any of you don't know this, is an open borders guy. Ben Carson is a nice man, probably an outstanding surgeon, obviously he is, but he is not the man for the job now. Way too nice. We need a real warrior, and he's not that. And on top of that, he believes in open borders. All who want to come here, as far as Ben Carson is concerned, should be allowed to come. I hate again to be the bearer of bad tidings, but we can only support so many people. So if you're going to not give Social Security recipients any COLA increase this year, but you're going to give $1.7 trillion, $1.7 trillion to all these illegals who do not belong here, who do not assimilate, who cause nothing but trouble, who are criminals for the most part, who end up in our schools and cause that a big problem. You're going to give them all this money when they've never done one damn thing for this country, and take all the money out of the pockets of the people who've been paying all of their lives and now can't really do anything about it. Donald Trump will stop them. Donald Trump will put it back into perspective. Donald Trump, when he is our president, will allow you once again to be proud of your country. Donald Trump believes in our veterans. He gives so much money to veterans causes, he doesn't even tell people about it. Unlike most of the whatever it is running for office at the moment. They can't wait to get to a camera to tell you about it. Other people have to talk about what Donald Trump does for charity because he doesn't trumpet it.